Welcome back everyone, it is good to be back. We are back with Navismaster, but this time with build 9. And we're going to show you a little of what's new in build 9. The Wombat is here, as you can see, on one of the new consoles on the ship bridge, the wing consoles and the gyro compass. But we'll go through a little bit of a list. I hope everyone's doing well. So here we go. This is what is new in build 9. Speed log has been added. You'll see that shortly. Character selection tab added. That's interesting. 3 new characters added. Drift physics improved. Rudder control during drift. Harbour tug azipods control direction corrected the opposite way. Container ship bridge wing consoles and gyro compasses added. Bug fixes are sorted. And then we have user content templates adjusted so you can adjust the drift and rudder delay. So a small update because a lot of the other stuff wasn't cooked enough to come out in this version. So let's have a look around. So obviously there is the wing consoles and the gyro. So pretty cool, and we'll stay in this view at the moment. I'm going to run around to the other side. Of course, a reflection over here. And we'll jump into the here we go. So having a nice little look here. So we've got all those set up here, the consoles on the wing, which is really cool. Obviously added. And across to the other side again. So what we're going to do, I'm going to stay here for a moment. We're going to get some speed up. And we're going to show you the drift. Well, it's improved drift. Always been some drift in the recent updates, but this one has physics have been improved with the drift. So we'll get moving. We can get the console up at the bottom there. Okay, as we get underway, let's go and check out the drift or the improved drift physics. Have a look at see if there's changes there. So let's get on the external view. So you can see the knots as well now, which has been updated. So we can, this gives us a good idea of the drift mechanics. Obviously we've got the heavier ship, so if we turn the engines completely off right about now, let's turn them off and we can see we should start slowing down. So obviously a heavier ship is going to drift a lot more. So we can see the improved drift mechanics there compared to earlier ones. And when we start rudder control during drift, so having a look at that as well. Go full. Turn the weather down pretty calm, as you can see. Put it back on. We'll put it into a tight port turn. And switch off the, we'll put them down to full stop on the engines, and we'll have a look at tight turn on the rudders. The drift mechanics definitely have changed. Doesn't stop as suddenly as I was getting that feeling with the earlier build, so that's cool. And I like how the turn, as we slow down, you're sort of drifting more sideways. I like that as well, because we're not being pushed. So good, very nice. So consoles drift. Bit of a play there. We're going to go off in a moment and go to the tug and have a look at the change with the azipods, the direction of those. Let's just do the same sort of drift now by bringing the weather up a little. The wave's a bit higher. Let's get that a bit higher. Wave direction. Oh. Alright, so we'll just get them a little higher. I might go a bit more. Keep them, yeah, we'll keep them about there. That's good. Alright, so we're going to have a look here. So again, we're going to go for first. Stop. Looking at the speed. As we slow down. Has a nice feel to it. Let's get speed up and start turning towards the island. And so with a bit of weather, let's see how the drift goes when we go in the same view, because that's what we had before. Obviously not as fast with the heavier, larger waves and wind. So definitely impressed with that improvement. Actually really, really nice. Alright, let's head into the tug. Okay, so we are in the tug now. Let's have a look at the characters. We'll start with the characters before we go into azipod direction. So we saw all the changes on the container ship now. So we've got the captain, which we all know. We've seen right here. So I'll put him down the back here. Good old captain. And now we can go over to the sailor, number 1. There's a sailor. Looks like a bit of an angry dude, but works the decks. Works hard. Jump up here, jump over here. Oh, can't get through there. Come down the back. That's the Sailor 1. Sailor 2. And then a little bit of fun. They've added a diver. So let's go and jump overboard. So again, a little bit of fun, but why not? Why not? Let me see if let's go get me overboard. Here we go. There we go. What's better than being overboard there? We can turn the HUD off there. And back on board. Cool. So, all right, so let's get back inside and have another bit of a play. We can remember we can go first person on all of these as well, which is pretty cool. All right, now let's go in and have a look away from that view, back in. Let's get the tug up. Let's get the nav lights on. And let's take off that. Perfect. And you probably want the console up so we can have a look at this. Actually, you know what? We'll start with a bit of watching the tug with the drift as well. So let's have a look at that. And we'll play around with the controls on the pods. And we'll go under. Get away from this view here. Probably if we can do, let's see if we can do a half and half view of those. Probably get a bit closer, I will. Yep, there we go. Let's get a word of the console. Gives you an idea of the direction we're going. Alright, so as you can see, we're now going in the correct directions, as in previous versions. The tug was going in the wrong or incorrect directions. Now I can bring the console back up to see that I'm moving them around. There they are. Alright, let's get back above. Straighten up. And we'll have a bit of a play around with the drift again. So here we go. Again, I can definitely tell the difference. If you look at previous videos, you'll see the difference there. And we will go into reverse. You can see it's now going in the correct direction. Leaving the console up so you guys can see. You can also see the speed with the log there as well. Again, drift. And we're going to throw it into full. And head back towards a little mini dock over there. We're not going to go all the way in. Again, only a short video. It wasn't many changes. Spoke to Axe and he said a lot of the really cool extras are not quite cooked and ready to go, but they will be hopefully ready for the next build. Let's hope. But you know what? This is enough to keep me coming back for more because it just looks so good. So let's have a look at this as we come in. Absolutely awesome. And just these little tweaks, especially for those realists and people who want it super realistic, they're going to want all this stuff. So big thumbs up. To even the small and minor changes that will make this most likely the best shipping or small boat simulator you can get. Let's get inside. Again, drift. If we slow down, as we can see, there's no effect or very little effect with the pods. Unless the engines are running. Really nice. Really, really nice. So again, speed log we can see. We've seen that. We've seen all the new characters. We've seen the physics have been definitely improved. Saw that on the container ship. We've now seen it on the tug. Rudder control definitely improved. We saw that a lot more on the container ship. But we can also see how that's affected the azipods as well. Azipod control obviously corrected. Awesome. Beautiful. Minor bug fixes. And all the other things for people who put their own ships in for their templates. So super job again, everybody. That's it. Wombat is out. We'll get out of the water here so you guys can have a look as I come in here. But thanks all for joining. That is build 9, short and sharp. I'll see you guys back for the next build. Wombat out.